a salon owner, and I'm here with Tammy Feltner to share with you a bit about our Salon Leadership Mastermind that will be starting Tuesday. So you have a short time here to take in what I have to say and respond. But
Yes.
Tammy, I'm always excited about doing these lives with you, especially when it comes to Salon Leadership Mastermind, because this is where we became a team at, right? This is something we'll always remember. This was one of our first endeavors together. But I'm curious, when it comes, you've been around the salon business almost as long as I have. And what are some of the challenges you've seen salon owners facing in their career? What are some of the big, larger challenges you've heard from salon owners?
During right now or just in general?
Well, in general, because I believe the challenges right now have just been elevated. It's probably pretty much the same things, a few new wrinkles. But what are some of the things you've heard about salon owners and their struggles in the past?
Well, I think probably the biggest things for me as a salon owner, when I had a salon and spa for 5 years, and just from people that I've talked to in the industry, it's leading in a way to get everybody in the type of culture that you're wanting to create, right? Because everybody got their own little agenda of what they want and what they're trying to create. So how do you form that team and create that culture that you truly want is probably was my number one issue, and then what I've heard from other salon owners. And then right now, currently, I think it's just really hard to lead through uncharted territories. We don't really know what's next. And so to show up in a powerful way for people when you don't know what's next, I think that can be really challenging.
Yes, I too find this not only challenging, I find it exciting right now. These are exciting times. I feel like America's being recreated. Yeah. And so, I'm just staying hopeful for the best. But as I've been a salon owner I try not to count anymore. I'm sure it's over 25 years. I've been a salon owner. And some of my bigger challenges were some that you've mentioned, but including getting and keeping good staff. That was a big one for me is, we had 6 salons at one point. So we had, to maintain at least 150 staff members. Yeah. Another one, though, even when I had plenty staff, was keeping them motivated and productive was a challenge. And so this training, this Salon Leadership Mastermind, I think we both can agree, and those that have attended, solves those problems in a powerful way. I mean, and that's what I want to talk about a little bit today is what would you say to the group inside of the information that's been most helpful from what you can see in solving those problems, building a team with the right culture and getting and keeping motivated staff and productive staff. What are some of the things that you've seen inside of this some of the information?
Yeah, well, first I want to say hi to everybody watching. I see some salon owners here watching. So just say hi, let us know exactly where you're viewing from, because we always go back and watch these and we want to engage with you and just find out where you are right now inside of the pandemic. And when you're going back, we'd love to connect with you. So please let us know where you're watching us from. And second, I have to say, I think my goal in this whole time has been to really be there for hairstylists and beauty professionals to help guide them in a powerful way that works for them, right? And that's one thing in any class that I teach. I always want to step into their shoes and meet them where they're at and then lead them from that point. I think it's hard sometimes when someone's here and you're trying to get them there. The important thing about this class and any class we teach is that we're going to meet you where you're at and give you real, tangible ways to get to where you want to go. So that's what I found inside the Salon Leadership Mastermind when we're working with these salon owners and leaders inside of a salon, is that everybody's in their different point in their journey and what they're trying to create. But it's so great to come onto a mastermind where you're with like-minded professionals and you're brainstorming together. You have an action plan to work towards your goal, and to know you're not alone, and not take in a group that's going to be negative. You're going to get in a group that's going to be positive, and we're going to really help you move forward. And it's just great to have that connection. So I would say that's the number one thing, is that the people that have come to this class love the positive mindset inside of this, and that they walk away with real action plans to move them forward and then their staff forward.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's a very important point. I think one of the attendees mentioned it one time, and I had never considered that because, I mean, I don't know if you can tell, me and Tammy are very nice, gentle people, okay? And so we have no other agenda in mind but to help and support you even in the class. So just in case there is someone that feels like, well, I'm not sure of the makeup of the people in the class and maybe you're a little intimidated, don't be. This is a very friendly group. We make sure it's a very non-threatening, safe environment for you not only to get information, but to share information. And you'll find it very comfortable. But a little bit about me, I've been with Tony and Guy I was with Tony and Guy for over 22 years. And I had my own salon outside of owning Tony and Guy's for about 9. And Tammy, when I first was introduced to this information, it was a little overwhelming, guys. I don't mean in that to take it in, but to find out I wasn't as nice as I thought I was. Mm-hmm. I've always considered myself a really good owner, and I am, and I was, but I found out that there was some things that were lacking and I just didn't know about. And it had to do with this concept of how do you treat people? Do you treat them like people or do you treat staff like people? And you might say, of course. Well, I found out that I really did, not so much as I thought I did, because in this training, we help you understand that you will tend to treat people like people or you would treat them like an object. And before you do as I did, feel like, no, that's not me. That was your issue, Gerry. Hear me out just for a minute, because treating people like objects is a very simple process. It simply means that we tend to use staff to get what we want. We know they need their rent paid, but we really have them working to help us pay our rent. Or we get angry with staff when they don't follow our process in the way that we like, and they become an obstacle. They become an object in that way, and they're in our way. Or maybe they're not doing much to help, not doing a lot to hinder, and we ignore those staff members. All of those are examples of how you can treat people like objects. And as a result of this, people do not feel motivated to work, to stay, or to grow with you over time. They will do the same as we do. Everybody will put up with each other as long as they have to. And the minute they don't need you anymore, they'll find somewhere else to go. Okay. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Tammy?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, right? So I wish I would have had a mentor in coaching me how to own a salon, because I knew what I was doing as a hairstylist. But when you go to manage people and lead from that way, it's very different because it's a business, right? And you have to really take in consideration where everyone is in that business, and you lead each person from a different place. It's not a one size fits all for each staff member. So just the tools that we teach inside of this mastermind is very helpful when you're leading individuals and then when you're leading a team. And I think that's what really drew me to this class with you in creating it, is that, I'm one of those people that I need A to B to C to get to Z. Like I need A to Z,
right,
each letter of the alphabet. I'm not an A to Z girl. I'm every letter in the alphabet in between. So that's how I felt, we approached this in a way to understand your self-awareness first and how you operate and how that came about. And so that you can make those internal shifts for you first, and then you can go and teach your staff. So one of the things you and I say is that you have to learn it first, you have to live it, and then you can lead it. And I think that's really important inside of leadership, regardless of what you're leading. You have to do the work on yourself first, right? Before you can go and try and help other people.
Yes, and that's critical. And in a short 5 weeks or so, you're going to change in some ways that only come through awareness. It's not when you realize what you're doing, it's like doing a haircut and not understanding why you keep getting the wrong amount of graduation. And when you get that aha, you no longer have to struggle with that. Immediately, you're able to make the adjustments. And that's how the learning in this class takes place, because a lot of it is just giving you awareness in some areas that I was never fortunate to be schooled on. You know, one big area that we teach is to help people win. John Maxwell said this. He says that leadership is nothing more than influence, nothing more, nothing less. Your ability to get people to follow you. Well, the greatest influence I found you can have with someone, if you can help them win. You know, I mean, I've got some things on my bucket list right now. If you could help me with, you'd be my best friend. All right. Mm-hmm. And that's the same way it works for everyone. They've got some things on their list that as an owner, if you will take the time and we show you the process step by step, as Tammy talked about, and how to find those hot buttons that turn people on and motivate them to where they become self-managed. And it really comes with the attitude of you deciding to help people win. Because until people know how much you care, they don't really care that you're the owner. They don't care about your goals until they see that you are really interested in their goals with no hidden agendas. You care as much about their rent as you do your own.
Yeah. And now more than ever, especially through this pandemic, we have to make sure that our staff knows that, you know, it's so important. And so, you know, moving forward, what we've done is we've condensed this course. It's still the same amount of information, but instead of it being a 6-week course, we've turned it into a 2-week course, but we're doubling up on the sessions. So it's going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the next 2 weeks. And we're going to dive deep into all the material, just like we do in 6 weeks course. We're just going to extend each session. So one of the things you'll walk away with is we're going to give you some change tools for yourself first. So some self-awareness tools that you can always be checking yourself and checking in and making sure that you're on the right track of what you're trying to achieve. And then we're going to give some change tools to help with individuals inside of your salon, and then as well as change tools on your whole team inside of your salon. And then how do you approach it? Are you approaching things with a heart of peace or a heart of war? So we really explain that mindset inside of your communication with people. And then we give you actual execution plan on how to implement it in your calendar. So you actually walk away with the implementation tools, because the key about leadership is it has to be consistent. So we make sure you walk away with a consistent action plan to help you start making that transformation in your salon.
Definitely. We're going to hold your hand from minute 1 all the way through the program and make sure when you leave, you have an action plan. And I'll just say for myself in closing, Tammy, one of the things that has really become aware to me in doing this Corona crisis is what John Maxwell says. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And if you don't think leadership is important, just watch what's going on around our country, in our cities, even in our own salons, how some of us have dealt with our staff. Leadership is the key. It's the key to having great success right now. And we're going to show you how to lead your staff out of this jungle of madness into blue oceans again. We're going to show you how to arrive there.
Yes, for sure. And I just want to give a quick shout out to our friends watching. We've got Anthony Teague on here, Trina, Monique, Matt Tinney. I just see you popped on. I hope you and Diane are doing well. Aaron, we see you out there, and Teresa, thanks for joining us. We hope that you all join us on Tuesday. We're actually going to give the first 2 sessions, which will be Tuesday, because Tuesday has 2 sessions in it. So if you want to join us on Tuesday, we'd love to give that to you complimentary, just so you can check out the course, make sure it's something you want to invest your time and money in, and then you can register on the link below here at the bottom at unbranded.education.com, leadership-course. That's where you can go and register and enter the promo code Beauty Strong, and we're going to give you $75 off the course, because we absolutely understand everybody is financially strapped right now, but we do think this is a great investment to help you lead, to be profitable again, to lead with courage and confidence. And we just can't wait to meet with you on Tuesday. It's going to start at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And we'll be here to support you all the way. So it'll be Tuesdays and Thursdays for the next 2 weeks. And you can always DM us with your email address if you want to join us for free, and we'll send you the link to join. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and register.
Just go ahead and register. You're going to love it.
Yeah, it'll be good. We'll have coffee in the morning, and we'll have coffee talk, and we'll learn how to lead powerfully.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. And we look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. And just have a great weekend. Enjoy this Mother's Day weekend. And I'm just thankful that everybody's here watching.
Is this Mother's Day?
Mother's Day weekend.
I'll call my mother. Okay. Thanks for letting me know that.
Sunday. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. All right, everyone. Have a great day. And we can't wait to see you on Tuesday.
Bye-bye.